There we go.
Voice change.
Welcome everybody to Legendary Tales. Welcome to episode 46. Yeah, my microphone was muted because I built a new computer. I apologize.
You're a little crackly to
Was I
me.
crackly?
Yeah,
Yes.
you did something between when you said your mic was broken, or your voice changer was broken, that made you crackly to us at least. I don't know if it's crackly on the stream too.
Oh,
Is it
really?
crackly stream? Let us know.
Is it crackly?
Let me listen.
I hope not, but
Okay.
Jude the J says not crackly to me as far as I can tell.
Okay, it's fine then. It's fine if it's a little crackly to us. No big deal.
it shouldn't be. But it could be that my voice changer thing is messing with my stuff.
No, it's fine. Let's start.
Okay. Where were we last time we played? We were on episode 45. You guys.
I think it was October.
Yeah. You teleported to Surdstemir, the home plane of Best Girl, the home plane of Skink, and you are essentially trying to find Skink's brother so that you can kill him and avenge Skink's death. That was the plan.
Yep.
You guys basically went through the winter. You're going to a place, to the village of the Kenku that live upon a mountain, and you went through the ice path, and a bunch of fire giants waylaid you, and you almost died.
Oh, we pet the dog though.
You did pet the dog.
Except by pet the dog, I believe who had the mage hand?
Yeah, I did some bad
I
stuff.
think you like patted his ball.
Yeah,
or
I think
something.
Mr. Cadenza ruined my magic by like touching me inappropriately, so the mage hand was waylaid.
But you can
remember that.
pet
That's
the
a lie.
dog in this game, guys.
Yeah, you can pet the dog.
True. You can pet anything that you want to. It just depends on if that thing wants to kill you or not. It's up to it. So you guys arrived at the Kenku village, and you met her father and her. I don't know if you met anyone else. I don't remember.
I think we met her dad. I know we met
I
the
think
dad.
you just met her father.
Mhm.
And apparently, her brother is somewhere on Oganmir, on the fire giant orb.
Okay.
Because planets in this plane are called orbs, and they follow the river of Kuryovrek. And yes, so that is what is happening.
Where are we again exactly? We're in the mountains still.
You're
Correct.
in the mountains of Johanmir, yes.
And the last episode was us almost dying to the fire giants. Okay.
Very much so.
Okay. Wow, guys, I can't believe we just 5 seconds ago almost died to fire giants. Maybe we should continue on our quest.
I want
This
to
is
meet
all.
Skink, this is your father? Where are we, Skink?
She sort of looks off the side, and you're basically on a huge circular pad of what is essentially packed down straw and mud. And directly beneath you, you're basically on a huge mountaintop. And as you're looking down, you can see the gigantic village where you were basically teleported onto this plane. And directly below you, the village is there, and then off in the distance, so it just goes mountains. It's basically a gigantic mountainous region, essentially, of this huge orb. And across from the mountains, directly across from you, there's a large fire, almost like a giant bonfire that's surrounded by some stone buildings. And as you guys are sort of like looking at each other, and her father comes up to you, her father's barely larger than she is. He walks with the little cane, and his feathers are turning white, almost as if he has vitiglio. A handful of white feathers, like every so often for him. And he definitely has a huge scar right across his chest where there's no feathers at all, and you can see his very dark, it almost looks like dyed leather skin underneath the feathers on his chest. It's definitely a scar, though, as he comes up to you. He's wearing, like, a small leather vest, and that's pretty much it. He has, like, they all have sort of like, fur blankets, almost, wrapped around themselves, and he walks up to you, and he whispers something into Skink's ear. He can't really understand it.
Does he not speak common?
No Kenku speak common. Kenkus only speak in mimicry, so they have
But
to...
best girl.
She's weird, remember?
Best girl
Yeah.
has her own story that has yet to be discovered.
We are discovering that story.
And, yeah. That's, her father comes up to you guys, and they all have, like, these small little, like, perches that have... They appear to be made of mud and are snow packed on top. They're not even like snowfall on top. It appears they are purposefully packed with snow because snow is an insulator, and it will keep you warm.
Okay, well, we know that Skink's brother is Ogunmere? Ogunmere?
Oh, he's on
Gurgamere?
Ogunmere.
Ogunmere, sorry.
He's on a different. He's on a different sphere or orb.
So how do we get to that sphere? Like, what's the best way to get there, and what do we need to know so that way we're not caught with our pants down?
Skink looks at you guys and explains, "We have to get onto Kuriorek. We have to get onto the river and then navigate down.
Can you say that name again?
Kuriorek.
One more time.
Kuriorek.
Okay.
How do we get on the river?
We have to go deep into the cave in the underground.
You have to go inside the orb to get to a river that leads outside the orb?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What was Skink's brother's name again? Was it Skorne?
That's what he's called.
Okay.
You don't know his true name.
Let me see.
Couldn't we just ask his father?
This is true.
You could.
Skink, what is your brother's actual name? We only know him as Skorne.
Oh, it's, I don't know if we should say his real name.
Why? Why not?
Because it's a link, technically speaking. Imagine you have, imagine you have a door, okay? Or a window, or a looking glass that has a cover on it. And his name is the cover. If you say his name, it removes the cover, and then he knows where you are.
I mean, we're trying to find him anyway.
He thinks I'm dead.
Yeah.
Right. Do we
And-
have any bird disguises?
It'd be big Kenkus. I don't know if this is gonna. Don't you think it'd be kind of obvious instantly that we were not real Kenkus?
No, I'm not saying for us. I'm not saying that we get disguised as
Oh.
Kenku.
For
Why don't we put Skink in one of that man's instruments?
Ooh, that's a good idea. Andante, do you have any room in any of your random instruments where you could hide Skink?
Yes, I have a big brass tuba. She can fit in there.
Do you mind sitting in the tuba, Skink?
No.
So we can have you sit in the tuba, and then we can find out your brother's name, and he won't see you then. Because we're hiding you.
Sure.
Easy. So,
Magical brass magic starts protruding and festering outside of Adante's hand. As he does, he draws a tuba symbol in the air, and then a portal spawns, a golden, beautiful portal, the likes of which you've never seen before. And out of that portal, he pulls a big, beautiful tuba that's glimmering and glistening in the light.
That's
And then he
wet.
puts... It's not wet. No. No.
It's been glistening
what
and
color
wet
is it?
thing.
it's
beautiful.
shiny.
It's a beautiful, shiny golden tuba. And then he inserts Sklink in it.
Do you like scoop her up or something?
I throw her in it.
Wait, don't you like inhale her into it?
I yeet her into the
Like a
tuba.
vacuum cleaner?
Yes, I vacuum her up. And then the tuba
Gotta-
sprouts little legs that Sklink can control.
Wait, she's got a tuba mech?
So the tube is kind of like some.
She's got a fucking
pants.
Gundam?
It's a mech. It's a mech. It's a
Mickey's
tuba
so smart! Look!
mech. Sklink is now a tuba mech warrior.
Sure.
That's incredible.
Let's fucking go!
You got some strong lungs on you, Adante. Gotta say.
Yes, thank
Suck a
you.
bird into it.
Yes. That's not how that worked. He said the vacuum.
Yeah, where's the negative pressure come from?
It's a magic. Relax.
Little god, it's a magic!
Never seen magic like that. It'd be very popular in the city, let me tell you.
I've never
Yes,
seen
it is.
magic like that either.
It is a very popular.
How much would you charge?
Oh, that's a 50 copper trick right there.
Team focus.
One plot!
Focus. We gotta find out Skink's brother's name, and we gotta go kill him. So what's Skink's brother's name?
What languages do you guys speak?
Oh, a whole bunch.
Druidic, Common, Celestial, Elvish, and Primordial.
Just normal ones.
Not the right one, I don't think.
Common, Gnomish, Deep Speech, Celestial, Infernal.
So actually, in Infernal,
Oh, yeah.
he says, it's actually Skurik. They call him Skrik.
Well, that's a tiny little baby's name.
And he actually writes it on the ground. He doesn't say it out loud.
How can? Oh, because he's got tuba feet. Okay, never mind.
No,
Dumb question.
her dad scrolls it with his cane.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
okay.
gonna say, Skink's a girl. Duh.
So it's like
Okay.
Skrillex, but minus the licks part.
Skrill.
What if somebody else has a similar name and their mom just goes their whole life saying his name, and every time that happens he has to look at it? Is that how this works? What if we just make it a popular name back in the town? And then it's going to just be too much noise. He won't be able to figure out who's the real one.
I mean, that'll
Anyways.
work.
Let's go kill
Or-
him.
Or we can make a rumor that if you say it 3 times fast in front of a mirror, and then the kids will all start doing it.
Oh, that works too. Unfortunately, I don't think the Kenku can really do that. We'd have to go back to like Aeroshell and do it there, and these flights are very expensive. I'm not sure we could afford that.
How did we get here again? Like, we
Portal.
teleported, but how? Like,
Portal. Skink took us.
okay.
No, I am I'm a very powerful wizard.
Dante created a very powerful vacuum with his mouth, and we all got sucked in.
No.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Dante's a cool character. Doesn't suck back. Not a vacuum cleaner.
And then he also jumped into his own mouth to complete the portal.
Very powerful wizard.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Nothing
you have to remove
makes
a rib to
sense.
do that?
Magic. What'd you say?
Did you have to remove a rib to do that, Jenkins?
Oh, come on.
God
Dude,
damn it, Gary.
Dante's cool, god damn it.
Alright, what are we doing? Let's go.
All right, we're
right.
still heading to the Kenku village, correct? All right.
Mhm.
I will use a dash action to continue walking at a brisk pace.
Aren't we already in the Kenku village?
You're in
No,
the
we're in the-
Kenku village right now.
Oh, missed that part. Whoa.
That's how we're talking to Skink's dad?
Oh, I just thought that he was here or something. I misplaced my time.
Okay, well, we're in the Kenku village. We know where her brother is. We know his name.
How do we know exactly where he is? Is he in this village?
No, we got told that by
Oh, that-
Skink's.
That's right.
Well, Skink.
He's at a different orb, correct? That's why
Yes.
we're going to.
And we gotta go to the
We
river.
need
Do
to
we
go
need
to the
river
caves.
supplies?
We have to go to the caves. Yo,
Okay.
fuck supplies.
Do you
we're
guys
good.
spell slots? I seem fully healed. I can't remember if we healed. Oh wait, no, I'm missing one level 2.
Probably. I'll assume it's fine without checking. It was only like a month ago. Or sorry,
Maybe we should
five
rest here in
seconds
the
ago.
village. Because I don't have spell slots, I don't think, after that giant fucking fight. Literal giant fucking fight. Well, not fucking part, but giant.
It's like,
At
one of
what
those
point
words
did
is literal.
We started selling like furs are a currency here, right? We started selling shit to some big giant.
Didn't
people.
someone get a lot of furs? Was that you who got a lot of furs?
I can't remember. I have written down in my inventory. I have 1 wolf pelt worth 400 gold and 1 cloak unidentified.
Okay.
So I don't think I've got anything else.
I'm sure Devin remembers what that was.
Nope.
Yeah. What can I identify my cloak unidentified?
Possibly. Give me a second. Let me
Do I
see
have an
let me see
identify
if you
spell? I
rolled
do.
it somewheres. Survival. Are there just any D100 rolls at all? I don't see loot rolls anywhere.
Should we just take a rest, really briefly?
Yeah, we slept.
Yeah, I
we
would say
sleep.
take a rest. I'm sure Skink's dad will allow us to sleep on their nest.
Mm-hmm.
What are the homes of Kenkus like? Are they like
they're
homes or bird homes?
They're like igloos on this plane. They're like igloos.
Because it's so cold, yeah. With the snow.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Is Andante gonna take a rest too, or is he gonna stay awake?
Yes. I'm gonna take a rest, a short rest.
So how far away are the caves from the village?
The caves are basically you head down the mountain the other direction because you basically went from south to north, and then if you continue going north, they go down a little bit, and then there's a large crack in the earth that goes down into a cave system, and that cave system leads directly to the portal, or what's known as the tributary.
Are these caves massive due to the fact that everybody's a giant here?
They are
So I assume
massive,
they're huge.
yes.
Okay.
So we should buy some rope and hooks and things for climbing
What do you need a fucking
or
rope for?
dungeoneering, in case there's a chasm. You know, the big hole in the ground.
A chasm.
A
Yeah.
chasm.
Hmm.
Why is there no spell that's like extendable ladder?
There's rope trick, and there's rope spells.
Oh, true.
All right. Well, you guys are gonna go shopping then.
No, I'm good.
I don't think I need to. I don't have very good movement spells that I can prepare though.
Let me check D&D items. I'm gonna go ahead and find something I can destroy the game with.
Classic.
Good luck with that.
I've done it once before, Devin.
I can destroy the game,
That's true. He did.
but I
destroy- he-
won't.
I should have died there. Elgar should have died there.
Yeah, Devin vetoed that.
Dead to the Mayo balls.
True.
Devin is a good
To
pop.
be fair, I wasn't going to let my entire campaign be derailed by someone trying to put out a brush fire with a
Hurricane.
and Weather Service made the new logo for the Legendary Tales, by the way. I just got, dang it, I spilled hot cider on my phone.
Uh-oh.
It's fine.
All right, gang, we ready?
So wait,
We've rested up.
If I don't have low HP or low spell slots, why would I ever sleep? Do I take exhaustion for staying up days at a time, or what?
Yes, you do.
Oh, how many days can I go without being exhausted?
The first day you get 1 level of exhaustion. The next day you go up to level 3. The third day, you go to level 6, and this fourth day, you die.
Hey, what about short rest? Does that deal with exhaustion?
No.
Only long rest does?
Yes.
Okay, God, I guess I'll long rest.
It's a really hard decision.
This game is brutal.
Okay, so we should head out now. What do Kenkus eat? Normal foods? Eggs?
Eggs?
Small critters?
Herbs!
I'm sure burbs eat eggs sometimes.
They eat, like turtle eggs or something.
Snake eggs, other bird eggs, I'm sure they eat. Birds definitely eat other bird eggs.
Birds definitely do. Yeah, birds are
Yeah.
assholes.
Yeah. But I don't like to think about it.
Welcome to the universe. Things kill things.
I know things kill things. I watched my entire party die, thank you.
Not before they killed, though. So
I
I
gotta handle
I
it
don't
too.
remember. I don't remember that.
I mean, I was there. Or something. Kind of. I heard about it.
Okay. So, you guys are on your way down, correct?
Yes.
This is
Yes.
gonna open in the wrong window.
Yes.
And Skink is in her tuba mech.
Tuba mech. Yep.
Somebody please draw that, by the way. I would love to see a tiny
make, like,
skink in a
Mech
tuba.
noises with every step.
No, not mech noise. It makes tuba noise, like bah, bah, bah. Like that.
Everyone will hear us coming, though.
It's gonna be
that's-
so deep.
That's the
What-
price.
what-
That's the price you pay.
What noise does it make when someone dies?
What noise does what make?
The tuba?
It's a tuba mech.
It doesn't make a noise when somebody dies. They just
Oh, really?
they just become a corpse. They're just dead in there.
What's sad. No, when someone else dies, like we kill an enemy.
What do
It
you mean?
doesn't-
Is that,
I want the tuba mech to
What's
be your
the-
theme
the-
song, like your music that's playing behind you.
no. There's. Listen, man. I know about the intricacies of a tuba mech. You clearly don't know
Mhm.
fucking science. Okay?
Okay.
This is not how things work on the
Is it
orchestral
really
plane.
science that makes a tuba mech work?
It is. Let me tell you, orchestral plane.
Or
Science
is
is
it-
magic. Science is magic. Magic is life.
And old Linnea would have loved to go to that plane.
I need you guys to make perception checks, please.
Oh shit.
30! Bam! I see
Um,
everything.
You sleep through the night. You wake up the next morning, and it's still dark out.
That makes sense. I don't see a star on this map.
Is that a perception check at... I guess it doesn't matter.
It's for a specific moment.
Mhm.
You guys wake up, and where are you sleeping, Mickey?
In a dark corner.
Igloos don't have corners.
Ha!
Oh, shit.
They can.
Got him. Maybe behind something that's stacked in the side, and you're behind that in a corner.
I'm behind the curtain in this igloo, which has corners and windows.
That defeats the purpose of the heat retention.
Science.
Why don't you just dig under the ground or something?
Wouldn't that also ruin it?
No.
Okay.
Heat rises, thank you.
Is there a basement? Where can I hide this
An
dark?
igloo?
Yeah, just give it a fucking basement.
Devin.
I am hiding somewhere dark and hidden from people.
So you're basically laying down in a corner, essentially.
You said there were no corners
I'm
here.
just kidding.
Excuse me.
We're getting
You're laying
Yeah.
down right next to the wall, or like you're sitting down in the wall, facing the wall, so people don't get freaked the fuck out.
Facing
Come-
the wall.
Come early morning, you hear the flapping of wings from outside. And these igloos are fairly large. They're meant to hold entire families all together. So the large families being between 70 and 80 kenku. So they build these large sort of domes that have like little sectioned off areas built out of mud and wood, essentially. Some of the lower or smaller families have straw houses, but they don't seem to be permanent. You hear the flapping of very large wings. Linnea, can you make a nature check for me, please?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's nature.
That is the sound of a rock. And
Ooh.
not a normal sized rock.
Oh,
A
stand up.
Have we?
enormous rock.
Has Linnea met this one before? Has it flown from Arashel? What's the power level of this rock? It was like fucking 60 or some shit last time.
It's like fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn to the rest.
Was like 24.
We
I'm gonna
probably
turn
kill
to the
that
rest
now.
of the party, and I'm gonna say, I think we're under attack. Everybody get ready, and like wake up everybody. Pretty sure that's a rat
What's-
guy outside.
What's going on?
Bad guys?
Bad guys. Big bad guy.
Skink, is this normal?
You get attacked often?
No, not attack.
So what is that rock doing outside then?
It's the grand feather.
What's that?
The what?
The
So we
grand
don't.
feather.
So don't fight it.
The grand feather, yes. It's part
Okay.
of our culture. Our great guardian.
Oh.
My grandfather told me I could be anything I wanted to be.
How big is a rock in comparison to like the fire giants or whatever?
This is a rock sized for giants.
Jesus.
Oh, so it's even bigger. Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I guess don't fight him,
I
but
definitely want to look at it. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
let's
outside
go
the
out.
igloo.
be careful.
It's not even gonna see us. Its eyeballs are too big. How
You
will it
only
see
see
us?
one side at a time.
You walk outside, and this is not just a rock. What is that bird called? It's in. I think they're called eagle hawks or hawk eagles.
Chicken hawk?
It's a hawk eagle rock.
Hawk, eagle, duck, pigeon, rock.
So a
We've run
hawk,
out- we've run out of bird
eagle
names.
has like a large plume, like mohawk style plume on the top of it, and this one is actually all black, but it has a gigantic orange set of like plumage on its chest, that appears to be molten in nature. So I'm just giving it like a hawk eagle is what the rock actually looks like, but it's a giant. A harpy eagle, I think, is actually the word I was looking for. Hold on. Yes, a harpy eagle. If you look that up, that's what it looks like. Except its chest is orange, and it looks to be molten, like molten lava.
I'd run outside and point my wand at it.
No, no. No,
With the
Mickey.
wand?
What? No, you said bad guy!
No, it's not a bad guy. I'm mistaken. I was mistaken. Put the wand away. Let's not anger it.
I cast-
outside. You walk outside, and
Do
it just goes like that, and it looks directly at you, and in its eyes, there is almost like a manifestation of ancient. So, make a make an insight check real quick, Mickey.
Oh, Mickey. Oops.
Linnea, you would understand this a little tiny bit because of your Archon nature. But Mickey, as you're looking at this creature, there is a recognition of ancient intelligence, like ancient god level being. And it looks at you. It's almost like when two people look at each other and they go, "Yeah, I know what's up." It's that exact moment where the harpy, the giant harpy eagle rock looks down at you, and there's just something that flashes in its eyes that recognizes your nature.
Mickey, no.
And you can see, like, against my will, like, I'm still holding the wand straight. my hand just lower down against my actual.
Recognition
bad
was the word I
guy.
was looking for. And Linnea, you recognize that a little. You see it yourself in this ancient, gigantic bird's eyes. And when I say gigantic, one of the feathers would easily make a boat for all four of you.
Looks like we've got a boat to go down the river. Willing to share?
It didn't give us a boat feather though, right?
No,
we literally
You're
just
saying that's
walked
how
out
big they are.
and-
Okay.
I'm
Each feather is a
just
boat.
giving you a point of reference that one of
Okay.
the feathers of this absolutely gargantuan creature looks down at you, and Skink sort of pops out of her little tube of mech for a moment and does like a arcane like symbol paint on the thing, and it just goes it sort of waddles over to you guys and then sits down directly in front of Skink. What is the order of everyone standing like? Is everyone side by side? Are you in front of each other? What's the deal?
I'm guessing Mickey ran out first, so I would have run out after him. Like, no. I don't know. I'd like be right behind Mickey.
I'd
I
probably
can't-
come out of the door and just like be standing in a clump because of amazement.
Dante is standing in the clump with his French horns unsheathed, ready to fight, ready to defend Mickey.
Hell yeah, brother. I just followed
the
Ilgard
bird
straight
sort of
out.
looks down, and there's definitely an unspoken exchange between Skink and this giant creature. It looks down, and it sort of shakes its head for a moment, and then sort of pecks with its beak at its sort of chest feathers. And one of the molten looking feathers that was sort of, it looked almost like a dying fire, sort of begins to fall and lands at your feet, and it's sort of steaming heat radiating off of this feather, and it
So we got a
sort of
feather boat?
as it lands, it cools off and gains, it looks as if it's made out of obsidian or some sort of glass almost.
Where does it land? Like near us? Not on a house?
Directly in front of the group, but like Mickey and Dante and Skink are all like standing in like a triplet, and then Linnea is just a little bit farther off from that, and then I would assume that Ilgard is just a little bit farther back from that near the entrance. It lands directly in front of Mickey and Dante and Skink.
I race to touch it. I'm assuming Jenkins is gonna race to touch it too.
I charge.
Do you have charge?
No, he doesn't.
Get out of here.
I prepared the charge spell.
You run over, and Mickey, you are incredibly uncomfortable because of the amount of heat that this thing is radiating, but it's sort of soothing at the same time.
Is it melting the snow around it?
It is.
Okay, I stop halfway and no longer want to race to touch it.
Skink sort of looks at you guys and says, "This feather will transport us." And she sort of runs up and like touches it and then like paints an arcane symbol on it, and it goes and shrinks down to like a tiny little token, small enough that she has to hold it with two hands. But if one of you had it, it would easily be like a 12-inch long feather, easily.
The
It's-
whole
it's-
feather shrinks that small?
Yep.
Wow.
And
Does
she,
it
Alright.
keep
she
the
hands
same?
it. She hands it. She takes it and she hands it to Ilgard.
Does it stay the same mass?
No,
Magic.
So it scales magic.
but it's warm. It's definitely warm as Skink sort of waddles over to you and hands you the feather token. Ilgard.
What does it feel like as my hand approaches it? Does it feel too hot? Because I'm a little tentative.
It feels warm. It's not hot when she's handling it with her bare hand, and she hands it to you, and it's sort of warm. But the second that you touch it, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no, that was a 2.
That was a 2? You got a 10?
Yeah.
As you're grabbing this feather, something washes over you that you've never felt before, but it sort of feels familiar in the fact that you remember you've been fighting the mold creatures and stuff like that for forever, for literal months. And it's that same sort of, I am a tiny being in an infinite universe, and I hate every second of it, and it sort of like drains you for a second, but then you sort of regain your constitution. And it just feels awkward for a moment, but then you look at it, and it's sort of comforting in the fact that you're backed by not an ancient evil, but an ancient force of good. Because not all ancient gods are evil.
Is he gonna sprout wings again?
I was about to say, did he get cursed again?
look at Devin smiling. God damn it.
My
no, he's
God.
not cursed
He's not cursed.
again. Well, he's
He's
blessed.
blessed. Yeah.
All right, what is he turning into this goddamn time, bro?
No, he's not turning
Bird.
into anything.
Bird.
He could have turned into a goblin or something.
Elgard the Phoenix.
No, he's not. He's not turning into anything. I'm not forcing anyone to turn into anything in this time.
But you can
At this
try.
time.
We
But
believe
you
you.
can try, Devin.
We believe you.
No, I don't have to try. I'm the GM. I do what I want.
Oh God, he's gone mad with power.
GM, dude, you've
I
been
don't
playing
have to
too much
roll.
WoW,
I'm
bro.
not the one that has to roll.
All right, so I'm gonna touch the feather, and after having that wash over me, I'll put it in my backpack. And so what do I do with this now, Skink? Just save it?
Eat it.
Didn't you say this is how I teleport somewhere?
No, when we get to entrance of river, use it. It will safely transport us.
To the next orb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, let's go find this cave. Let's go. Let's go.
All right,
Okay.
let's head to the cave.
As you guys leave the Kenku village, the rock sort of does like a circle, moves around, and then sort of sits down, like it's nesting almost.
Is there space for this?
Oh yeah.
Does it live near this village?
As you're walking around, you realize that the entire village is laid out as if they are giant egg houses. They're eggs in a nest almost. As you're walking away and looking at the big picture.
Wouldn't the rock like melt everything nearby though if it's molten?
The feathers, I said the feathers appear to be molten. My wording is specific.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Not every day that we get something from a giant bird god.
We should probably thank him. Her? Him? They?
I'm not that tall. I can't communicate this thing.
I'll tell Skink to tell the giant rock father that we
Wait
appreciate
a second.
the help.
I'm going to point my finger at him, at the giant bird, and I'm going to use message. I'm going to say
Okay.
thank you. And that's it. Do I see any reaction?
It looks at you, and it blinks its left eye and then its right eye.
Guys, I think it's trying to fuck me. Okay, I'll turn away and continue walking.
Okay. You guys begin to trek down the perilous path to the giant crevasse in the mountain. You make your way down this sort of not really treacherous path, but it's a stone path that leads down. And the way that Skink had described it to you is that you go down and there's a crack in the earth is how she described it. You get to this area, and it's not just a crack in the earth. It is a crevasse that has been cracked in the earth by what appears to be an ancient chisel. At the very edge and the very top of this giant crack in the earth, embedded inside of it, there appears to be a large stone chisel that at one point had a wooden handle that has fallen away or rotted, but it appears to be part of the landscape now. There are large roots growing into this gigantic chisel, and it appears to be water appears to be flowing out the top of this chisel.
What's that, Skink? What's big enough that's able to chisel like that? Because the giants here are pretty big, but they're not that big.
Legends say that there is ancient creature called, in your language, Carver of Sphere.
Did he make the worlds?
He did.
Just left his tool behind?
Each of them has a similar type of tool. Zendlimir has a shovel. Ogodmir has a hammer. There is a sort of umbrella in our Vartanmir, and then the final one has a giant oar, like a boat oar.
Wait, an umbrella on one planet?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't help make planets.
Maybe that planet's rainy.
In this world, it does. Umbrella's a tool.
You're a tool.
No, don't.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right, interesting. Does it do anything? Does it have anything special to it?
It connects. It's the conduit that connects the river to this orb.
Got it.
Oh.
So if
it's an
the
anchor.
chisel gets destroyed, we get cut off from the river, and then we die.
Hearing what I say, it's an anchor. Overhearing that, Dante says, "Oh, so it is an anchor. Of course, I understand this.
Are you familiar with anchors?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
They have a lot of those in the orchestral plane.
Oh, we have plenty of anchors, so let me tell you."
I don't know what that has to do with instruments, but okay.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's Ilgard, why don't you take out that feather and let's hop into this river here.
Is this
Get
the right
going.
way? Is this how to do it, Skink, right now?
Yes.
And as you look down, you can tell that the water that comes out the very top of the chisel, because the chisel looks like it's stabbed into the earth, essentially like this. And as the very top of the chisel, the water flows down into the crack in the earth, and it just sort of flows down into what appears to be an abyss. But as it reaches the underneath the earth side of the cave, the water turns bioluminescent almost, or luminescent, and it appears to be glowing. And it definitely does flow downward, and the sides of the cave that have been worn smooth by thousands of years of water flowing over them begin to glow and shine and things like that. And you can see all sorts of like semi-aquatic creatures are just hanging out. Like there's a gigantic frog and a bunch of like other areas. This area appears to be very high moisture, and therefore having lots of creatures that require high moisture. And the water does appear to be warm, at least, or else there wouldn't be this high in elevation. There wouldn't be very many aquatic creatures up here.
Okay, I'm gonna take the weird feather out of my bag. What do I do? Do I touch it a certain way? Do we need to create a vacuum? Because we got somebody that could do that. What do we
you
do?
pull the feather token out, and it sort of shakes in your hand. What do you do?
I will poke it one time with a finger, even though I'm already holding it. Like hold on one hand and poke it.
You poke it, and it begins to. You hear the sound of a large crack of glass or ice. They sound very similar, and and it jumps
gonna-
out of your hand and goes, and it looks to take the shape of a giant sort of like canoe where the tines of the feather have sort of conglomerated and connected to one another, and it sort of looks like an obsidian ship or boat, like a very small boat.
Okay. How do we get in? Is there a ladder or something? I assume it's just resting in the snow.
It is just chilling, resting in the snow.
All right, everybody get in, and then we're all gonna scoot our butts at the same time until we get into the water.
How do we steer this?
Magic.
Okay. All right.
Well, if we shoot fireballs in one direction, that means we should technically be propelled in the opposite direction. Or we could shoot arrows backwards.
Is everyone getting in the boat?
I don't know if I want to scooty booty
Yeah.
the boat into the river. Can someone
Let's
just...
just get in. It's magic, guys. It'll work out,
Do
probably.
we have the magic to move the boat?
I think there's magic in the boat. Clearly.
All right, get in the boat. I've got an idea. Everybody
Is the
get in
boat
the boat.
hot, by the way?
The boat
Dante
hop-
is not hot. It is warm.
Dante hops in the hot boat.
Okay.
Does anything happen after we hop in the boat?
Yes. Are all of you in the boat?
How do we even get in? Like, how tall are the
Yes.
sides of the boat?
It's just like a canoe. It's like a very long canoe. It's not.
Okay,
It's
so
not
just
like
like-
a ship or like a proper
Okay, so it's super easy.
seafaring vessel. It's a river vessel.
I would like to sit in the front seat.
Okay, so you're
not
at
in
the
the
front. Who's behind? Who's behind Ilgard?
I'm at the very back, and I'm using my tuba cannon to make us go faster.
We're not even going yet. Oh no.
That's
I
that's
will
the
sit
plan.
in the middle.
I'll be behind. I don't want to be near Andante.
So it's basically Ilgard, Linnea, Mickey, Andante, and then Skank is somewhere in there.
Yep.
She's small.
I'm her tuba mech.
You guys all jump in, and as you sit down, you're like looking around. A small sort of pearlescent bubble comes out from the feathers and encloses and encases the top. And the second it does that, it sort of shoves itself with a wind that you can't see, and you basically plummet straight down.
And when we lurch forward, I would just say, "Wow, somebody rocked really good there. Nice job."
It propels you straight out and then down into the chasm. I need you all to make perception checks, please.
Are we in free fall?
You are in free fall.
I'm yelling.
And also very perceptive, apparently.
Just start yelling. We're gonna die.
As you are being propelled, you haven't even hit water yet. And as you look straight down, it's almost like a barrier that appears to be made of, for lack of a better term, space gas, like the Pillars of Creation or any of those giant nebulae that we could see from Earth. It's made of that sort of an enigmatic
Primordial soup.
primordial soup, essentially. And with you head into it, and it sort of you explode out the other side onto this massive, what you can only describe as miles wide river. It's not very fast moving, but it is moving straight down, and you can actually see from where you jump out that above you, in elevation, there's a large body of water that just sort of has water slowly spilling off the side, almost as if it's like being held by a giant cup or a giant bowl. And there's a little bit spilling off the side, but then a small tendril of water, small is relative at this point, relative to your distance from it. It looks small from here, but you just from extrapolation, you can tell that it's enormous. A small tendril comes, and you guys are sort of floating in the right side of the river. Appears to be flowing in a different direction than the left side of the river. That is flowing into Johanmir, and then the next one sort of flows off, and then it goes down in a sort of lazy river-esque style flow all the way down to Vartanmir, and then it flows down to Grotismere, and then it goes down all the way to Ogonmere. And
So can we see all the orbs?
you can
at this
see
point?
all of the orbs at this point, yes. And they appear to be, from this perspective, sort of like Earth-like planets, some of them. Vartanmir appears that there's a giant fog bubble surrounding what appears to be a bunch of land masses, and some of the land masses peek over the top of this giant fog cloud. Grotismere appears to be an ocean-style or ocean-type planet. Ogonmere appears to be closer to Mustafar or a molten lava-esque style.
Mercury.
Sure.
What does the stream look like where it like drips off of the Grovrek?
Guryovrek?
Yes.
Um,
So I noticed it's like dripping off at various points.
It is.
So
It is dripping off at various points, and it appears to just fall and turn into stardust, or you don't really understand scientifically or even spiritually what's actually happening, so it's hard to look at it and understand what's happening. But from your perspective, it just appears to disintegrate or dissipate into some sort of energy that you don't comprehend.
Skink, is this a normal way to travel for you guys? Because I'm terrified.
Very few of us get to do it, willingly. Sort of.
This-
We just need to be aware to avoid pirates.
How do pirates get out here?
They have ships specifically designed to interrupt the flow of the water. And yeah, if you see one, you'll know.
I thought normally people don't go out here. Perhaps from your is a common thing to
No,
from other planets.
no.
So why would there be pirates then? Don't
There-
understand.
There is a specific man called the Wolf of Spirits who lives on Karyovrak. He lives
Okay.
on the river because he's been exiled from every orb.
What did he do?
If you eat enough people, someone takes notice.
I turn and I look at Mickey. Oh boy. Well, let this be a lesson for you, little Mickey, that people take notice if you eat too many people.
Yeah, Mickey gets famous.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to live on the river here with this wolf man.
Which
Seems
which
nice.
which orb are we traveling to again?
We're going
find
to
a brother.
Ogonmere.
Ogonmere. Okay. Skink, how long is this going to take for us to sail the
Oh,
The river.
no. Not long. We'll get into the flows and then it'll go. We just have to be careful not to rock too much either.
Go with the flow and don't rock
Adante
too much.
stops blasting with the tuba. Doesn't want to rock the boat.
Well, we are contained, right? There's like a
Mhm.
Okay. But you said the river is like miles wide, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for now we look fine.
Yes, and as you're sort of like, as you're going, as you're flowing, you can tell that the outsides of the river are much slower moving than the inside sort of route areas. Let me move the camera so chat can see the labels better. And they sort of have their roots, and there's a strange barrier in between because the river does flow upward and downward. It's just the upflowing river is very small comparatively to the downflowing river. And as you're moving down the river, Skink is sort of like using her wild magic to redirect the flow of the river over the boat, towards the middle, where you can see that the water is flowing much faster. And and she's able to do that pretty quick. And the river begins to go very, very fast, but it doesn't feel unsafe.
Okay, so I guess we just be on the lookout for any sort of pirates that we might come across, and hopefully we don't run into any. But
I'm not tired. I just slept, so I don't know. But we just hang out, I guess, and I'll just look around.
Dante begins playing his bagpipes
no,
and plays an anti-pirate song that makes pirates afraid.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it
Is
is.
that an intimidation song?
He plays an intimidation song, yeah. What should I roll for that, Devin?
Could you just remind me what the melody is for that?
Yeah, can we get a little
I don't- I-
sample? Can we get like a little
Yeah.
sample?
I can't imagine the tune in my...
Like that. I swear that wasn't Megalovania.
Imagine that on bagpipes, though.
Oh, dude.
Yes, he's very talented. Very talented at the art of music.
Okay.
Wait, the pirates?
Yes. Are the pirates very afraid?
You can't see any pirates so far.
There you
I mean,
go, guys.
Is sound
You're
even
welcome.
radiating? Is sound even coming out of our canoe though? Because we're contained in here.
You don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Is it just really loud because we're contained in a tiny canoe and he's playing music?
Could be.
Okay.
I
Oh
play
no,
louder.
it's a bagpipe and you're right next to it. It's loud as shit. Let's be real.
So, anyone have any good stories they want to share while we float down the primordial soup?
Yeah, this one time we were fighting mushroom zombies and this angry one jumped out and blew up in the middle of like 6 guys. They all died, and luckily we're able to fight him back. And Alexander, rest his soul, came and saved the day.
God
That's my
bless
best story.
Alexander.
It's a
the
pretty
story.
good one. Is
Thanks, man.
Alexander always so perky?
Yeah, he just always seemed to be in good spirits. Not the smartest guy, but definitely strong in combat. It's great to have.
Surprised that
when
he
he-
gets to be placed in such a high position of power, considering his intelligence does not seem very great. Like, I feel like he'd make some questionable decisions.
He wasn't necessarily running all of the combats, but he certainly was like a captain in the front lines.
You guys
Well, then you'd be
trusted him.
surprised. I once delivered tea to a high cultist who didn't know how to tie his own shoelaces.
You never know.
So, just a lot of idiots in power. Got it. Okay.
That's why it's important to look out for yourself. You can't always rely on other power structures. That's why I'm glad we're doing this. Take matters into our own hands. Strangle birds who deserve it.
Okay.
I think that Ilgard has some trust issues. What about you, Mickey? Tell us more about how... And I gesture to all of them. This came to be.
I told you I stabbed myself.
Yeah, but like how after when you first realized that you were fused together, like that must have been an interesting story, trying to figure out that and get along, and the first time that you had to consume.
That's very generous of you to think I'd consider anything.
I mean, I'm learning a lot about people in power today.
And Dante
I'm not the
says,
smartest.
power. You do not know what is the meaning of a true power.
Weren't you meant to be a king?
I was not. But
Prince?
on the orchestral plane, we had
Princess!
the greatest king. But the power does
duke!
not. No, stop that right now. Mickey is very annoying. You shut him up, dark being, please. Evil one, tell him to shut up.
I'm not sure he's an evil one. I'm not sure you're supposed to call him that.
I don't care. I was telling a story.
Don't believe in a queen.
Ah, for fuck's sakes, he's an idiot too. I hated this guy.
Jenkins, you have a rave in your room right now. The lights are flashing.
I have a notepad file with my back.
Having so hard.
Why do you
right
go blue to like pink to
I
like...
have a notepad file with my backstory. It's just white on my screen.
Imagine
No, I've seen multiple colors though at this point coming through.
he's color coded all.
He's having a rave over there. All right.
You guys begin to flow down the river, at a beginning to speed up to an alarming rate. You got what is happening right now?
If you have epilepsy, please look away from Jenkins's camera.
It reminds
See,
me,
there it goes blue again.
it
Where
reminds
is the
me
blue?
of we just need him to do the river scene from Willy Wonka now.
Yeah, right. There's no telling where we're going
River
or
scene.
which way the river is flowing. You don't have you not seen that?
I don't know.
The boat scene.
Yeah,
The boat
it's
scene is so good.
crazy.
You guys begin to move at an alarming rate. What I need you to do is it only takes you about an hour to get from Jahanmir to Vartanmir, or at least the junction of those two. In order to change and not flow directly into Vartanmir, I need all of you to make a combined strength check. So you could have two of you go, one of you go at advantage, and one of you has to contribute to that. So basically, we're gonna have two of you. You can either all do individual strength checks, and if you all succeed together, that's how it works. Or you could have two rolls at advantage, and then basically two of you are rolling together.
I'm not very strong, so just putting that out there.
I don't think any of us are strong, actually.
Oh no.
Hashtag that's the point.
Combined?
Having advantage is probably better, I'm guessing. Mickey, are you strong?
No!
Adante? You have to carry all these instruments. You're probably pretty strong, right?
I don't know. What did he ask? I was putting.
How strong are you?
Oh, I am a very strong man.
Can we
Okay.
use spells
I will
to
show
help
you
us?
in private.
Strong in the lungs, maybe. Surely somebody is. I mean, I'm just a little elf, like a smallish size elf. Surely somebody is.
Oh, I've seen smaller elves.
I'm
that aren't
formidable
really
in
elves.
battle, but I'm not just gonna go pick up a rock or something.
Wait. Why do we need to be strong?
To steer
Oh.
the boat the correct way.
Okay, I have a solution for this. So can we like strength check each other? Let's arm wrestle. We will determine who is the strongest.
Okay.
I begin arm wrestling Lanaya when she's not paying attention. I fucking slam her.
Do we
arm.
have time for this?
I win. I am the winner. I am stronger than you.
That's strength save.
No rematch.
It'd be athletics versus athletics.
Oh, it'd be athletics? Okay.
Yes.
I
Are we
was
using
not paying
athletics
attention.
for the boat?
So
Are we
you're all-
rolling?
Yeah, you're gonna be rolling athletics for the boat.
Okay.
So
I'll
either
I'll be one of them.
all of you roll together. Like all of you roll individually, or two of you could roll at advantage.
All right. Somebody help me. I'm pretty athletic. Can anyone else? Mickey, are you good at physical things at all?
I'll help someone!
Lanaya?
I'm useless!
Linnea, I know you're powerful. Surely you can do things. Well, you lost that arm wrestle, I guess, but
I was not paying attention during that arm wrestle. I can try again.
you know.
Adante pulls out a triangle, what appears to be a triangle, and he chimes it in Mickey's ear, and it's just extremely loud and reverberating, and you feel in your bones that your bones are vibrating now. And now you have advantage on strength checks.
Ooh. Oh, wait!
we already had advantage. Kind of.
Yes.
Wait, wait a
Super
minute.
advantage now.
Wait. How many times?
Strong.
How many times can you play that triangle?
It instantly disappears. Explodes.
Okay. All right, Mickey, let's do it. You and me.
Okay.
Hope I chose the
We're
right
strong.
person.
Okay, two athletics checks
Mm-hmm.
with advantage, which is shift, I believe.
Shift
right?
click, yep.
Shit, Mickey's so strong.
Jesus,
I'm so
Mickey.
strong!
Jeez, I didn't even need to give him that.
Look at me, Linnea!
Yeah, you Mickey's big strong boy.
Roll 2 18s.
I pat him lightly on the head, which is very difficult because he's much taller, but he is sitting, so
True.
very proud of you.
So because Mickey is closer to the rear and Ilgard is up front, you basically both pull as hard as you can. You're able to turn fairly easily. About 45 minutes after that, the next turn is coming up. So here we go again.
Roll again.
One more time.
It's okay, Mickey. It's all right.
My little leggies, they're not so strong anymore!
High or low?
Wait,
Hi!
wait. As an expert in a magician, I will give both of them a +5. Oh wait, my intelligence modifier.
Yeah. You could give both of them +5.
Is it +5 or +10?
It's +5.
I'll give him a +5.
Never mind. You don't need high or low.
Nice.
Okay,
Because-
so now we're steering towards
You are. Oh God, me.
Groddesmere. Oh no, oh that's right. This is the next junction, so we avoided
Yep.
Groddesmere.
You did avoid Grotismere.
Yes, Groddesmere. Yep.
Sure. I'll let you have that. Okay. About an hour later, you guys are coming up on Oganmere. I need you to make a perception check, please.
All of us?
Yes, please.
We got nothing else to do. We're definitely perceiving.
Mickey, I'm not sure where Mickey's at. He's just looking at everything. You notice that the water is steaming. The water of the river is steaming as you get closer to Oganmere. And the flow is obviously going straight in, but you're not sure where it's going to come out. Skink looks at you guys and goes,
You need to hold your breath.
Why?
For
The
how long?
entrance to Oganmere is not meant for regular breathing creatures.
That's ominous. Okay.
For how long?
Just 30 seconds.
Mickey, can you handle that? Mickey, do you even breathe?
Mickey's already holding his breath. We gotta go faster. Gotta go faster.
How close are we to the entrance?
you guys are less than a minute out.
Okay. Mickey, start breathing.
No, breathe,
Okay.
Mickey. I smack him on the back. Not yet. Not yet. You've demonstrated excellent usage of not breathing, but we still have a little ways to go. We'll tell you.
Okay. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
You guys go to the entrance, and instead of it being that sort of planar soup, like cosmic soup, this one appears to be a straight up lava field.
Is it just me, or is it really, really hot in here?
So what looks like the lava field? The Oganmere does? Okay.
Yes.
And we're about to boat through this lava field, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, this looks dangerous.
I mean, luckily we've got these really nice clothes that we got earlier that help regulate our body temperature, but my face is like burning up, and so are my hands. Like,
Just
it hurts.
do this.
That?
Mickey's wearing
I can't
socks.
see anything. And Dante, are you alright? All of those metal instruments must be heating up horribly on you.
I am going to fucking melt. I am not alright.
Uh-oh. This is not good. Skink, do you know what we should do? It's too hot.
Calm down. Your clothes will adjust when we get in there.
I'm worried about
Okay.
the bits that are not covered by clothes.
It will be solved. It's magic. Have faith.
This is magic. This is cop out.
Hell yeah.
All right. Is the barrier really close now? Because I would like to hold my breath.
The barrier is very close. I need all of you to make
Everyone hold your breath for 30 seconds.
I need all of you to do Constitution rolls, not saves, just rolls. Oh no. Linnea begins to have a
died.
panic attack, like with the whole like, oh, I'm being put on the spot. No. And instead of holding your breath, you jump in and you immediately go, and you get a lung full of smoke and vapor and fumes from lava. So you're essentially burning from the inside.
I would like to use the lion. May use an action to choose one creature within 60 feet of... Oh, wait, other than myself. Fuck, never mind. All right, fuck. Never mind. Ignore that. That didn't happen. Damn it, I didn't read it.
You take 10 points of fire damage as you burn in...
Alright.
Burn in cinders and
Cool.
things.
Ow.
Why are we through the barrier yet? I'm looking at Linnea while she starts.
You do go through the barrier and you sort of jump out at high speed and you land in molten lava. Your entire boat is surrounded by lava.
Oh.
And as you land, all of your guys' articles of clothing begins to reshape itself into sort of more protective rather than insulating. It begins to do more protective clothing. For example, most of you gain like face masks that cover most of your face, and then you get gloves, and it sort of takes your regular outfit that you had on and just makes it more covering of your skin so you don't burn alive.
Okay.
What's Mickey wearing?
Socks.
Ah.
Nice.
And the only
They
reason
remain the same.
I describe it that way, Linnea, is because when I was in the army, we had to go through a crowd control gas chamber, and I did that every time. I never once was able to hold my breath. I had a panic attack, and I just went like that, and then you feel like you're dying. And I know actually how that feels, and it's the worst thing ever.
Yep.
So just an FYI.
Yeah, I did that while smoking weed the other day. It's really, really awful. I probably have a similar experience.
You inhaled the smoke. Wow.
Wow. Inhaling smoke on purpose. How weird is that?
No, dude. I inhaled the burning weed, bro.
That I would say that's similar, but it's not as bad as you. Trust me, it's not that bad. I've done that.
Yeah,
too.
I disagree. I'm very experienced.
You also did it on purpose. So, kind of.
I didn't have a choice when I did it. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
As you guys move out of it, Linnea is like cough. You're getting your nerves back. You're done coughing. It burns a lot, but you'll live. And this gigantic lava field, directly around you. I need each of you to make a nature check for me, please.
Is there any like ground near us, or is it all we see is lava?
At the moment, all you see is lava. And Linnea, as you're looking around, you see incredible features, creatures, beasts, things like that. For example, those fire wolves that you saw before, they're just chilling on like this sort of quote-unquote riverbanks.
Ooh, I don't like them.
They don't appear to be vicious. These ones don't have collars or armor. The ones that you saw before had armor on. Like they were actually like war dogs. These don't appear to be that same breed or style. These ones appear to be more fox-like.
Oh, cool.
And then you can actually see
Firefox.
raw fire elementals and lava elementals are just chilling. Some of them are taking on the appearance of like huge gorilla-style animals, and they're just literally chilling like this on the side of the river, and they're made of they're literally made of lava. And then there's a bunch of like fire elementals that look like tornadoes that are just going all over the place. And in the distance, you can see a large black stone city all the way in the distance that the river appears to be flowing directly into. And then across from that, there's another sort of large building on the other side of it where a huge plume of smoke is coming out of. The sky is darkened by clouds that appear to be made of ash or something. This place is hostile to life as you know it.
Skink, why would your brother come live here? This place is awful.
He's dedicated himself to some sort of fiend that lives here.
A warlock?
In a way.
Explain.
He was a sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
And then they made his blood into lava.
Who did? Who's they?
It's hard to explain.
So, do we need to be afraid of multiple people here while we're in this plane, or
No.
just your brother?
Just him, for now. We're not hostile to anyone. Remember, we're not giant. They don't care about us.
True.
We're vermin. So as long as we're not aggressive or we don't cause issues, we'll be fine.
I turn to the 3 other people with me, and I'm just like, you guys need to stay under the radar. Mickey, no eating anyone. Turn to Andante, no random cannoning. And I turn to Ilgard, and I'm like, you're usually pretty okay about this, but just be chill. Be chill. All right. Just keep on going down the river, I guess.
Okay. What are... Okay, so you guys are just going along the river?
Yeah.
It gets a little bit cooler as you keep going. And a lot of the creatures that are around you, like you actually do see some fire giants, and they just sort of look at you as you float along the river, just like, what even? They're just confused as to what you are. There's a load of them that have like, a load of them have like double shields. There's one with like a giant crossbow. There's like a bunch. There's a beast, very clearly a beastmaster who's riding this like molten sort of elemental Clydesdale, where instead of like when his hooves hit the ground, raw magma and lava come out of it.
I believe that's called a Rapidash.
Actually, there's a new Mudhoof like creature Pokemon that's like different, but still, this one is more lava than fire.
So basically, there's just like more giant. Everything
is giant
on this planet.
Yep, still, the theme still fits.
Skink it. Are all the orbs like this? Just
Yes.
giant fire giants everywhere? Okay.
Not fire giants. This one is fire giants.
Wasn't the fire giants on Johanmir too?
They're not supposed to be there.
Oh. Did they ride the river?
You can't post links anymore.
I know. I
Sorry.
got timed out.
Why does it say in parentheses purge?
Because that's the
'Cause it was-
command that it's doing, is it's purging.
Oh, okay.
No, I have to ask Purge. Purge, can I post a link in chat?
You may post it.
I was posting the Pokemon. It was
I got
very
it.
wholesome.
I got
It's
it.
a Mudstail. Thank you. That's all I wanted to do, Devin. I wasn't posting nudes in
It's-
chat again, I promise.
Well, no, there's like when I was doing Cyberpunk, people were posting some,
Butts.
yeah, well, not just
Yeah.
butts.
Dick sizes. I know what they're talking about.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, so you're floating along the river. It's getting warm, but it doesn't feel like super hot yet. And as you're floating in the river, that city gets bigger and bigger. I need all of you to make not a perception check. I need an insight check real quick.
That was a terrible roll.
Mickey, you can actually feel it that you don't feel death here, but there is an incredibly large lack of living creatures on the section of the river that you're currently on.